Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's shrouded in mystery and intrigue: black magic. You know, the kind of stuff that sends shivers down your spine and makes you wonder if it's real or just a bunch of spooky stories. We're talking curses, hexes, rituals, and all that jazz. Is it as scary as it sounds? Is it even real? We're going to try to answer all those questions and more as we explore the history, the practices, and the straight-up misconceptions surrounding black magic. So buckle up, guys, because this is going to be a wild ride. And maybe, just maybe, we'll uncover some secrets along the way. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, what exactly are we talking about when we say black magic? I mean, it sounds pretty self-explanatory, right? Black, bad, magic, mystical. But let's dig a little deeper. But it's a little more complicated than that. It's not just about the color black or the idea of magic. Traditionally, black magic refers to the use of supernatural powers, like actual magic, but for shady purposes. We're talking about intentions that are far from noble. Think of it like the evil twin of white magic. While white magic aims to heal and protect, black magic seeks to harm and control. White magic is all about healing, protection, good vibes. It's the kind of magic that brings light and positivity into the world. Black magic? Not so much. It's the dark side of the magical spectrum. We're talking about using those supernatural powers for selfish reasons, for hurting others, for straight-up evil. It's the kind of magic that makes you shiver. It's the stuff of nightmares, you know? The kind of things that keep you up at night, wondering if there's something lurking in the shadows. Curses, hexes, trying to manipulate spirits and energies for your own personal gain. It's all about bending the rules of nature to serve dark purposes. Not cool, black magic, not cool. It's like taking something beautiful and twisting it into something ugly. And the thing is, this whole concept of black magic, it's not new, like, at all. It's been a part of human history for as long as we can remember. It's been around for centuries, with roots in cultures all over the world. From the ancient civilizations to modern-day practices, black magic has always been there. Ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, even folklore from Africa and Europe, they all have their own versions of black magic. Each culture has its own unique take on it. It's like this dark undercurrent that's been flowing through human history since, like, forever. It's always been there, lurking beneath the surface. And each culture has its own spin on it, its own rituals, its own beliefs about what black magic is and how it works. But the common thread? It's the intent behind it. It's all about tapping into something powerful, something beyond our understanding, and using it for bad instead of good. It's a dangerous game to play. It's like the ultimate betrayal of magic, you know? Taking something that could be used for so much good and turning it into a weapon. Instead of using this incredible power to help others, you're using it to hurt them. It's a perversion of what magic could be. And that's what makes black magic so fascinating, but also so terrifying. It's a reminder of the duality of power. It's a reminder that there's darkness even in the most magical things, and that sometimes the line between good and evil can be blurry as hell. It's a fine line that we must tread carefully. So, we've talked about what black magic is, but how does it actually work? How do these dark arts manifest in the real world? What do these, like, black magic practitioners actually do? What are the steps they follow to cast their spells? Well, it's not like they have a handbook or anything, but there are some common practices associated with black magic. These practices have been passed down through generations, often shrouded in secrecy. We're talking about spellcasting, rituals, using talismans or charms that are supposed to channel negative energy. These items are believed to hold power and are used to focus the practitioner's intent. It's like a whole witchy starter pack, but instead of love potions and good luck charms, it's all about curses and hexes. These spells are designed to bring misfortune or harm to others. And the methods they use, they can get pretty intense. The rituals often involve chanting, burning incense, and creating a specific atmosphere to enhance the spell's power. We're talking candles, herbs, even personal belongings of the person they're targeting. These items are believed to create a stronger connection to the intended victim. It's like they're trying to create this connection, this link, so they can channel their negative energy directly to their victim. The more personal the item, the stronger the connection. And here's the thing that really freaks me out. A lot of people believe that the intention behind these practices is what really matters. It's not just the actions, but the emotions behind them. So it's not just about going through the motions, it's about really feeling that hate, that anger, that desire to cause harm. These emotions are believed to fuel the magic, making it more potent. Because they believe that those emotions, that intention, it fuels the magic and makes it stronger. The stronger the emotion, the more powerful the spell. It's like they're putting a little piece of their soul into every curse, every hex. This personal investment is what they believe gives the spell its power. And that's just, like, way too much negative energy for me. The idea of channeling such dark emotions is unsettling. But it's not all about causing harm, right? There are those who believe black magic can be used for protection or to counteract other dark spells. I mean, that's what we typically associate with black magic, but some people believe it can be used for other purposes too. It's not always about causing harm. Like, what if you're trying to break a curse that's been placed on you? There are rituals specifically designed to counteract negative spells. Or what if you're trying to protect yourself from someone who's trying to harm you? Protective spells and charms are also a part of black magic practices. Is that still considered black magic? The lines can get pretty blurry when it comes to intent and purpose. It's a gray area for sure. The ethics of using such practices are often debated. And it all comes back to intention. What are you trying to achieve with your actions? Are you using these practices for good or for evil? The morality of black magic is a complex issue. It's a question that's been debated for centuries, and there's no easy answer. The true nature of black magic remains a mystery, shrouded in darkness and intrigue. Chapter 3. Black Magic Around the World. Cultural Perspectives. One of the things that makes black magic so fascinating is that it's not just one thing. It's not like there's this universal definition of black magic that everyone agrees on. Different cultures have totally different perspectives on it. In some societies, black magic is like a serious no-no. We're talking illegal, punishable by law, the whole 9 yards. It's seen as a direct threat to the community, a force of chaos and destruction. And you can understand why, right? If you believe that someone can actually curse you, hex you, control your life with magic, then yeah, you're gonna want to have some rules in place to prevent that from happening. But then you have other cultures where black magic is just a part of life. It's not necessarily seen as good or evil, it's just a tool, a way to interact with the spiritual world. Like in some West African traditions, there are practices that some people might consider black magic, but they're actually used for protection, for healing, for maintaining balance within the community. It's all about context, you know? What might be considered black magic in one culture might be a completely normal, even respected practice in another. And that's what makes this whole topic so complex and nuanced. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, no easy way to categorize it. It's all about understanding the cultural context, the beliefs, and the intentions behind the practices. It's about looking beyond the surface and trying to understand the deeper meaning. Chapter 4. Busting Myths, Black Magic Misconceptions, and Ethical Dilemmas. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, the thing everyone thinks about when they hear black magic: curses. It's like the poster child for black magic, right? The image that pops into everyone's mind immediately. But here's the thing. Black magic isn't just about curses and evil deeds. It's a much broader and more nuanced practice. It's way more complicated than that. There's a whole spectrum of practices and beliefs that fall under the umbrella of black magic. In fact, some people who practice black magic, and yeah, they do exist, they don't see it as evil at all. They view it as a misunderstood art. They see it as a way to empower themselves, to take control of their lives, especially if they feel like they're being held back or oppressed. It's a form of self-liberation. Imagine feeling like you have no power, like the world is against you, and then you discover this whole other realm of existence, this power that you can tap into. It's transformative. It's like finding a secret weapon, a way to fight back against the forces that are holding you down. It's a means of reclaiming agency. And that's where things get really ethically murky. The lines between right and wrong start to blur. Because who are we to say what's right and wrong when it comes to magic? It's a deeply personal and subjective matter. If someone's using black magic to protect themselves, to stand up for themselves, is that really so bad? It's a question of perspective. It's a slippery slope for sure. The intentions behind the actions can be as varied as the outcomes. And it all comes down to this idea of karma, this belief that what goes around comes around. It's a universal principle that many adhere to. Many practitioners of black magic, even those who use it for what they consider good reasons, believe that any harm they cause will eventually come back to them. It's a self-regulating system. So it's this constant balancing act, this awareness that every action has a consequence. It's a delicate dance between intention and outcome. And that's what makes black magic so fascinating to me. It's a complex interplay of power, morality, and consequence. It's not just about spells and rituals, it's about morality, ethics, the choices we make, and the consequences we face. It's a mirror reflecting our deepest desires and fears. Outro, the verdict on black magic, you decide. So, what do you think? Is black magic a form of empowerment or something more sinister? Is it a tool for good or evil? Honestly, I don't have the answers. But that's the thing about black magic. It makes you question everything. It forces you to confront the darkness that exists within ourselves and within the world. And maybe, just maybe, that's the point. Maybe black magic isn't about finding answers, but about asking the right questions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysterious and the magical. Until next time, stay curious.